morning everybody, and welcome to the start of the video. So we had a miracle occur this morning. I got a seat, I got on, and you already know where we are. You can look around. Do we really need to do a room tour? It looks pretty much like all the other rooms I get. You already know we're in a day room. What is this stain on the wall? You already know we're in a day room. Starting to unpack a little bit, getting my life together. Y'all, I cannot believe I got on that flight this morning. How blessed are we today? How blessed and highly favored are we? It feels a little warm. Let's see. It's cold. That's a good sign for the day. Welcome back everybody. We are here at my base in IAD, and this is where the day begins. This is where my trip begins. So in today's video, I want to talk to y'all about why the lead flight attendant position is the easiest position to work, as quiet as it's kept, but also the hardest. In today's video, we are going on a 4-day trip. Is somebody knocking on the door? 4-day trip. I don't normally work 4 days. For me, it feels like it's too long to be away from home, but your girl needs her what? Her what? Coin. So I'm working this 4-day. I don't check in until almost 5 p.m. So I got a day room. It was an absolute miracle that I got on the flight this morning. It was oversold and all the customers boarded. Nobody was missing. After boarding was over, I asked the gate agent. I was like, is that it? He was like, yep, everybody made it. But he was like, let me check my seat map. So me and this other standby stood there, and lo and behold, he had 3 seats. So everybody who was on standby would have gotten on. The third person on standby just didn't show up. They probably figured they wouldn't get on, but they would have got on. They would have sat right next to me. Not only did I get a seat, I had an extra seat next to me. So nobody was sitting next to me. I got to spread out. It was amazing. I'm so happy, y'all. I was not stressed to the max because I knew it would work out, but I was literally just gonna hop from flight to flight to flight today until I got a flight to work. If I didn't get on this flight, I was gonna go try to get on a flight to DCA. If I didn't get on that one, I was just gonna try to get on a flight. I was basically gonna hop from DCA, BWI, IAD all day long until I just got in this general area so that I could get to work, because December was a total bust. I didn't work nearly the amount of hours that I wanted to because I simply could not commute to base. So if you're new here, which I know we got some new people, we are growing. My name is Alexis and I am based in IAD, Washington Dulles, but I live in Charlotte. So every time I have to go to work, I have to commute in to Dulles first before I can start my trip. So it's a little bit of extra flying and it's not ideal, but today we did it. It is New Year's Eve and we do get holiday pay for this time. So not New Year's Eve, but New Year's Day. So like I said, I'm here for the coin. Speaking of coin, this day room was not as cheap as the one I got in the last video. This day room is my most expensive day room to date, and it cost me $135.10 after tax. So we have exceeded the day room budget this month. We were doing good, and as of today we exceeded it. I don't know if the price was raised because it's New Year's Eve, probably, but this month in December we spent $322 on 3 day rooms for the month. Now a crash pad is usually $300 to $350, so do I regret it? Absolutely not. I'd much rather just get here, get to work, be able to work my trip and make the money for my trip. So it's all good, and the best part is I don't have to go to a crash pad, and I also don't have to sit in the crew room. So God is still good all the time, all the time, all the time. So yeah, that's that. I'm just going to put my food in the fridge right now, and I'm also gonna braid my hair. I know y'all don't see me as often as y'all used to with my hair down. We can do a length check since it's down. It is almost sitting in my lap. We got the length check. There it is. I like to keep my hair in braids while I'm at work, and generally most of the time I'm very active, so I like to keep it braided most of the time, but especially when I'm at work. They call it a protective style for a reason. I don't want my hair flying all over the place. I don't want it getting into anything. Honestly, it is alive. It has a mind of its own, and I have to keep it restrained. So that's why I keep my hair braided, and I use, let me show y'all. So I'm just gonna wet it a little bit. This is what I use when I braid it. Shea Moisture Coconut and Hibiscus Curling Gel Souffle. I just put a little bit of this in my hands and just run it through my hair. And so when I braid it, it holds. And then when I take the braids out, we have a bomb braid out, because you know we love a braid out over here, okay? I still do the braid outs, but only when I'm feeling sassy. So y'all don't care. Anyways, that is what I'm about to do. We're gonna talk about the lead flight attendant position today. That is the position that I am doing on this trip, and that is actually the position I prefer, but it has not always been that way. I used to be terrified to work the lead position. See, back in my day, things used to be different. Back when I got hired, the way it used to work is, I have a salad, by the way. I've got an hour until it's time for me to leave. I'm gonna eat a salad with some ginger sesame dressing. And I'm gonna put some lightly smoked mussels on top with Frank's Red Hot as needed. And my GoPro battery. See, the thing about GoPro batteries is they're trash. Like, it'll have 20% battery left and it'll just die. It'll say low battery. Like, no, I have 20% battery left, so wake up. Anyways, I've got some plantain chips as well. So I'm just gonna have me something, you know, something to eat before I go to work this flight. We got our salad. I'm loving this little container. It folds up like that, so makes it easy to travel with. Anyways, like I was saying, back in my day, I used to be so scared to work the lead position when I got hired. So what most airlines do is for line holders, you bid every month for your schedule, and you also bid for your position, whatever position you prefer to work. So for example, I like to work the lead position, so I bid whatever trips I want to work, and then I bid for the position too. So I'll be 4-day trips all month, and I'll be the purser, or AKA the lead, all month on these 4-day trips. And back in the day, we were probably I think the only airline who didn't do that. It was so traumatizing. So you walk into briefing, we had to go down to like our domicile, our crew room, and meet with our crew 15-20 minutes before we had to be at the plane. And everybody would sit down at this table, and when everybody got there, everybody would pick what position they wanted to work by seniority. So inevitably, the junior people, the reserves, we always got the lead position, or we always got whatever the worst galley on the plane was. So if it was an international flight, we would always get like back galley or mid galley, and all the senior people would just pick the aisle positions, because the aisle position is the easiest position. You just push the cart, you do the service, you don't have to set anything up. You just have to serve the customers directly. So I would work myself up into like just a tizzy every freaking trip, because I knew I was gonna have to work the lead position. And I wish I had taken that time. I wish I had embraced it at the time and not been so scared. But early 20s Lex was just, she was scary. I just don't know what to tell you. But so I got a lot of experience working the lead position, but I never ever enjoyed it. And I just was so tight. I was just so tense the whole entire time that I hardly learned anything. So I don't like to be forced to do stuff. I don't think anybody does. I do everything that I want to do when I'm ready. And once I'm ready, I'm ready. But try to force me to do something, not only am I not going to learn anything, it's just not going to turn out well. So luckily they changed that rule a few years ago. It's been about 3-4 years since that era, and I'm so happy about it. I don't know how happy the senior mamas are about it, but they had their fun for a long periodically time. And I think everybody likes more that you just know your position before you even get to work. It's a lot less stressful. You have a lot more time to prepare. Even if you work a position that you're not necessarily familiar with and comfortable with, we have tools and resources to look things up and to see what it is that you need to do. So yeah, glad those times are over. But anyways, let me eat this salad real quick, pack up, and head to work. Almost forgot my earrings, y'all. I lose earrings all the time. I stopped wearing them for a few months because I lost my last pair on a layover, and oh my god, it's so annoying. My grandma got me these diamond earrings when I was 9 years old, and I lost them, and to this day, I'm 31 years old. To this day, every now and then she reminds me of how I lost those diamond earrings, and I swear to you, her dying breath is gonna be her reminding me about those earrings. It is just, what was I supposed to do? Anywho, we are about to go to the airport. I'm just gonna close my suitcase and go and get to work on time. We talked about how being on time is important, but especially when I'm the lead, I try to be a little bit early, just because I just feel like it's a good look. It sets the tone. And speaking of set the tone, that is exactly what I'm gonna do when I first pull up to meet the crew. So let's go meet the crew and set a good tone. We'll talk more when I get to the airport. All right, so trying to use my time a little wisely. I'm waiting on the hotel shuttle to take me to the airport. I've got my work phone right here, and this is what we use for everything. This is our resource for information, to ring people up, to take orders. Everything we do is on this work phone. The only thing you can't do on this phone is make phone calls or send text messages, but you can get on the internet and anything. So anyways, right now, before I get to the gate, obviously everybody is supposed to do this, but especially the lead flight attendant, the pilots, do a thorough check of just the flight and what's going on. So right now I'm looking up who's on my crew, the flight time, the passenger boarding total, which is we're full AF. We are completely full. I'm looking up what kind of meal service we have. So I'm working in first class today because I am the lead, and we're serving dinner today. So that's something that I'm looking at. I'm looking at what they're serving in the back too. They've got hot food in the back as well. And most importantly, I'm looking at the kind of safety stuff. So on this flight, we have an unaccompanied minor. So that's someone I need to look out for and to keep an eye on throughout the flight. Our I see that we have a few lap children and where they're seated, and that's important to look at because sometimes there's only a certain amount of oxygen mask per row, so there can only be a certain amount of lap children per row. So I always look at that to make sure that there's not too many lap children in a row with not enough oxygen mask in case something happens, because it does happen that sometimes they do that. They'll put too many people in a row and there's not enough masks. Doesn't happen often, but sometimes it does. And I also see that we've got a pet in the cabin. My favorite thing to see. Those are just things that I need to know, especially as a lead, but everybody should know. So when I meet my crew and we brief, those are things that I'll mention to them just to make sure that everybody's aware, and just talk to everybody and, you know, see what we got going on. But that's what I'm doing. The shuttle should be here in 4 minutes or less, hopefully less. The earlier the better. Dulles Airport is very big, so it takes a little extra time to get to wherever you need to go. So y'all pray for me. So we are on the 737-800 headed to Portland. I gotta go. We're gonna board soon, so I'll see you in a bit. Welcome to about 6 hours into the future. We are in the hotel. I honestly just laid my clothes on the bed right now. I am so tired. So this is currently the closed bed, and this is the one I'm going to sleep in. The only problem I'm having is that I'm cold. Nobody is surprised to hear that. So if I have to take this blanket off of this bed and put it on this bed, then I'm going to have to move all that. So I might still move all that and hang it up like a good girl. But one thing we haven't established yet, let me see if I can get some light up in here, is the fridge situation. I hope this fridge is cold. I really, really do. Let's find out. Oh, it's cold. Thank you. Thank you. God has been so good today. Well, God is good all the time. Let's just say that for the record. Good evening, everybody, and happy new year. It is officially 2023. It has been 2023 for almost an hour. So here we are. It's another year. We've already stepped into it. There's no looking back. I hope everybody had a happy and safe New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. We get holiday pay on Christmas Day, Thanksgiving Day, 4th of July, and New Year's Day. So I missed all those other holidays. I didn't work any of the other ones. I was especially lucky enough to be home for Thanksgiving and Christmas this year. So I did decide to work New Year's. I always want to get my holiday coins on at least one holiday. So New Year's was the best one, the easiest one to do. So yeah, I'm really grateful to be at work. I'm so happy that I got here today. The flight was long, but it was good. My crew was excellent. I'm working with one of my absolute favorite flight attendants in the whole entire world. Shout out to Hunter, and the lady working up front with me is so awesome. We have so much in common. So I'm really enjoying talking to her. I managed to not be just like about to fall asleep the whole flight. But now that I'm sitting down, I definitely want to go to sleep. I have less than 8 hours to sleep right now before I have to get up and get ready to go to work again. So we'll talk more in the morning on our first official day of 2023. I cannot believe it's a new year already. 2022, I keep saying, was the slowest, fastest year I've ever experienced. Yeah, we'll talk more in the morning. I'm going to put my scarf on and wind down and get some sleep. So I will see y'all in the morning. Good night. Day 2 of this trip. Got some tea here, just getting ready to get my day started. Our van time is 8. 9:30, and it is currently 8:15. So I am doing so good today. One thing that I've been trying to do more on my trips, it's something that I do at home, but on my trips I really want to start getting up a little bit earlier before I have to get my day started, just so I have time to just move slowly and take my shower and not have to rush, and eat some food and just not have to rush. It's just not a good feeling to be racing the clock before a really long day like today. And getting up a little earlier, even though it seems like it would be great to sleep in a little more, it's really just not even beneficial, and it really doesn't make a difference to get 15 more minutes of extra sleep when I could just get up and start getting ready a few minutes earlier. So when I'm at home, I normally, whenever I have to be somewhere, I get up 2 hours before I have to be there. That way, like I said, I can move slowly and get ready. But when I'm on a trip, I tend to sleep in as long as I possibly can, and then I get up and I'm like running around trying to hurry up and get ready. So we're starting the new year off right, January 1st, 2023, and I got up around 7:35. So still got a solid hour and change before I have to, really get ready and get out of here. And it really just sets the tone for a good day. Setting the tone. Ooh, that's still too hot. Y'all, I love this cup because, well, first of all, it's cute and it's so me, but I tried using another cup for a while, and my liquids just stayed hot for like 50 hours, which is usually a good thing. But this one, it'll cool down a little bit, enough for me to start to drink in probably like 20 minutes. I'll be able to start drinking this. So, and speaking of setting the tone, that's another thing I really try to do as the leader, and I'm putting that in air quotes because nobody is nobody's boss. Just because I'm working the lead position, which we call the purser at my airline, we call it the purser position. But just because I am the purser doesn't mean I'm anybody's boss. I'm not telling people what to do. We all know what to do. We all know how to do our jobs. I'm just supposed to lead the troops in a way. And I really like to set the tone as soon as I walk up. As soon as day one, as soon as I pull up with this, with this job, you are meeting different people every single time pretty much. With the exception of this trip, I do know one person on the crew, but I didn't know anybody else. And I just really like to set a really calm, positive tone when I pull up. So of course I start by saying hello, introducing myself, and I always try to ask, how are you? Like, how are you feeling today? And not in a weird way, like, how are you feeling today? Just like, oh, how you feeling? How you feeling? What you thinking? Because you just never know with a crew of flight attendants what's going on with them. Everybody could have come from a different place. Like, for example, one of our flight attendants yesterday, she had already worked 1 or 2 flights before she even got to our flight. So, I just want to know if anyone's tired, if anyone's, head hurts or their finger hurts, or if any, or if they're feeling good and they're feeling positive. It's really a vibe check that I do. It's definitely a vibe check. I want to know based on their answer and their body language. It kind of gives you a little indication of how the trip is going to go. If they're really negative or if they're really positive, it lets you know kind of what to expect, and it kind of gives you can kind of prepare yourself based on what they say. So I like to know how everybody's feeling at the beginning of the trip, and I always make it a point to try to remember every single person's name. If you're a flight attendant, you know what I'm talking about. You can work with someone for like 4 days and never remember their name, and you don't know their name. But for me, first of all, you're supposed to know who's on the plane. You're supposed to know every single flight attendant who's there, which is damn near impossible when you're working an international flight with like 12 flight attendants. But if you're only working with 3 people, you should at least know their names and who they are. So I definitely make it a point to learn people's names. When they tell me their name, I'll repeat it back to them. Okay, hey, my name is Sally. I'm like, okay, Sally, nice to meet you. So that really helps me remember. And I just really think it's important, especially with this job. Like, we all know people will call you, oh hun, oh sweetheart. Like they'll call you little pet names like that, and it's fine. Like, I'm from the South. That's what we do. But if someone does that throughout the whole entire trip and they never call me by my name, I always peep. I'll be peeping. I know. I'm like, okay, so they don't remember what my name is. So whatever. When someone says your name, it just hits different. You get a different response. Your ears kind of perk up. It's important. And I really like to address people by their name. If I can't pronounce it, I will ask them again. I will make sure to get pronunciation of their name right. A person's name is important. Your name is important. Don't let somebody call you by the wrong name. I will fight you if you call me the wrong name. I'm just kidding. But y'all, I don't let people call me by the wrong name. Your name is important. I don't care how difficult it is to pronounce. People can pronounce your name and they can call you by the right name. Y'all, ever since that Alexa Amazon thing came out, I'll tell people my name is Alexis, and it just goes in one ear and out the other, and they'll just start calling me Alexa, and I'm like, no. Alexa! My name is not Alexa. My name is Alexis. Okay, don't do that.
And that's on period.
Oh my God, Alexa has ruined my life. I'm gonna eat some breakfast. I'm going to watch some YouTube videos and relax and live my best life. And then we are going to get ready to go to work. All right, so it is time for me to head out and go back. I am doing so good on time. I'm so glad I took my time. Oh, it's so worth it. It is so worth it. I got to go over the first of our 3 flights today. We have 3 flights today. It is one of those days that's extremely long, and we're working back-to-back flights. The way it works when we work on a holiday is we get holiday pay, time and a half for flight time on holiday. So this is probably going to be the only day I will not be mad about having to work this many flights in one day. But we got a chance to go over the flight today. We're pretty much full, but we do have some open seats. So I'll be working up in first class today. It's different at every airline, but the lead flight attendant works up in first class on my airline. So I have direct access to the captain and to the gate agents, and I get to see when everybody comes on the plane. When everybody comes on the plane, I get to see them. So I like to see the people when they come on. I like to see, you know, we're doing vibe checks all day long. So here I saw that we have 2 standbys. So I'm going to make sure that those 2 standbys get on the flight because we have seats for them. So that's another thing that I like to make sure of. I make it my business to look the gate agent in the eye and make sure and ask them, did you get the standbys on? Because y'all know what happened to me last time, and it, you know, it's something, unfortunately, it's something you have to check with to make sure that they got the standbys on. So that's gonna be a priority today. But let me go ahead and get out of here, and I will catch back up with y'all in a minute. We are on the 737-800 again. We're actually on the exact same plane from yesterday, and we're gonna be on this plane all day. So we're about to go from Portland to, where are we going? To Chicago. That's our first leg, and I'm gonna be up in first class. I have 1 other flight attendant assisting me up front, and we have 2 flight attendants in the back, and I met the gate agent. She seems really nice, and we're gonna have a great flight today. Pro tip, if you are in Portland, the first coffee shop you come to as you're going to the E-gates, don't go to it. The coffee is absolutely horrible. I wish I could remember the name of it, but it was like yellow and brown. Horrible coffee, so don't do it. Anyways, we're gonna have a great flight, and all the standbys are gonna get on today, and I will see y'all when we get to our next leg. Hopefully I have time to update you. We only have, like, I can't snap with that hand, this much time in between this flight and the next one, so y'all pray for us. All right, everybody, we're back again. Just finished flight 2 out of 3. I am so beyond hungry. Like, I definitely haven't eaten enough today. I've had an RX bar, an apple banana bar, a PB&J, some plantain chips, a sweet potato, and a burrito. So if you add all that up, I doubt that's even 1,500 calories. Like, your girl is beyond hungry. So y'all pray for me. I really don't even have time to eat. Our next flight is less than an hour. So yeah, we just got finished with our Chicago to Newark leg. We're in Newark right now. Good flight for the most part. Everything's been on time today, which is great. This flight it's only like half full, so it should be a smooth boarding. Everything should be good. And we also don't have a meal service on this flight. Normally for the longer flights, we'll have, in first class, we'll have meal service, so they get hot meal served on real plates, real glassware, real silverware, everything like that. My main job is to take meal orders and to deliver the meals out, and other flight attendant working with me, she sets up the meals, she cooks the meals, and sets everything up for me so I can take it out into the aisle. So I have the most interaction with the passengers up in first class. Some people get really nervous about taking the meal orders because we only get catered with the exact amount of meals that we need. For example, if we have 16 people, we'll only get 16 meals. We don't get any extra, and it'll be 2 choices on domestic. Usually it's a vegetarian option and a meat option. And so if I have 8 people who want chicken and I only have 7 chicken, then I have to tell one person that they can't have the chicken. So that's something that really used to bother me. I really didn't like conflicts because people sometimes will get upset if they don't get the meal that they want, but we have a system to decide who gets to choose first what meal they want, and at the end of the day we can only give what we have. So there's lots of ways to make people happy. There's ways to deal with it. So, but I used to hate that. That was like my least favorite part of the job. When I was a newbie and when I was a scared little new FA, I used to hate taking meal orders because I used to hate having to tell people that we ran out of whatever it was that they wanted to eat. But she's got a thick skin now. She knows how to resolve issues now flawlessly, so it's not an issue. Oh man, so a little bit of a delay. Someone just got sick. Someone just got sick after the flight. Anyway, so we're gonna have to wait for somebody to come and clean that. But y'all, I'm gonna let y'all go. I'm gonna find something in my bag to eat. I think I have some pumpkin seeds. I have one more peanut butter and jelly sandwich, which I was gonna save for tomorrow, but I need to eat now because we don't land until like midnight. So y'all pray for me. See you in a bit. Y'all, this is one of those nights where I will give y'all the room tour in the morning. I am absolutely exhausted, and I agreed to go out with my crew in the morning to go get breakfast. So I need to go to bed right now. This room is, I'll give you a room tour later, but a couple things. The room is clean, but it's like it's like someone was still in it. The room is clean, but there was like a bar of soap that was like still wet and just sitting open on the sink. There was trash in the trash can, and there's some contact cleaning solution. So either the room was cleaned in a rush, or the person who cleaned it just, you know, kind of maybe crashed out in here for a little bit. I don't know, but it's still clean, so I don't know. And I checked, and there's no crazy people in here that I know of. So that's that. Oh, and the fridge is cold, so we are still blessed, still highly favored. And we finished our third flight. Y'all, it is cold in Vermont. I've never been here before, but it is absolutely freezing. Our van to take us to the hotel was late, so we were standing outside in the cold. Luckily the van came, but yeah, I'm here just getting ready to put on my scarf and go to bed and wake up in the morning and go out with my crew, because I'm not going to be a party pooper today. I really like my crew. So, and I'll see y'all in the morning. Good night. All right, the Slam Click Queen is about to go to breakfast. I'm so excited. I am so hungry.
6.5 hours later.
Good morning. It is, oh my God, like 4 hours later. I just took the best carb infused nap, and I really don't have anything else to say about it. I'm about to go to the gym though. I forgot my like gym clothes, so I just have these are like my loungy laying around shorts. These aren't shorts I would ever work out in, but I don't have anything else, and I don't want to have any excuses. I have these, so we're gonna have to go work out in these. I'm gonna go to the gym right now and get it in before I eat my dinner, which I already ordered. So let's go to the gym. All right, made it, and we are the only ones in here. Let's get it. Hungriest girl in the world right now. Okay, so that was a really good workout. I just did basically a full body dumbbell workout, and I finished with 1 mile on the treadmill. So feeling good, feeling like I'm ready to eat. Y'all, I have food for tonight and food for tomorrow. So tomorrow we have a really long day, and I'm not really gonna have time to get any food at all. So a girl's gotta eat. So I am super blessed and highly favored because I got a DoorDash gift card for Christmas. Shout out to my dad. If you love a flight attendant in your life, get them like a DoorDash gift card or Uber Eats or something like that, or even just straight up Uber gift card, because that helps us go and like explore on our layovers. We can take an Uber, and this is super awesome. I love getting these because then I can order food on my layover and continue to slam click and not leave the room. So super happy for that. So I also got a voucher for food in the hotel. So I have 3 meals here, and it all only cost me $6 because I tipped the DoorDash driver. So this is a poke bowl. This is my dinner tonight. So let's see what we got going. It's actually, I think, a poke burrito. It feels heavy AF. So let's open it. Big reveal time. I am excited about this. Ooh, a nice humongous poke burrito. This, I got extra protein. So 3 scoops, and it is salmon. Ooh, this looks good. Oh, I'm about to go in on this. It's salmon with pineapple and seaweed salad and of course rice and all kinds of good stuff. And I added avocado because I felt very luxurious today. So that's my dinner tonight. I'm not sure. These are some kind of maybe miso sauce. I don't really know. And then for tomorrow, I've got a sandwich. Ooh. Oh man, these look amazing. Oof. So this is, I hope this holds up well. I might have should have not got these, but I'll eat on these tonight as well. But these are nachos, basically sashimi nachos. These look amazing with some seaweed salad. And I also got, yo, I am blessed. This is such a good way to start the new year. And I also got a club sandwich. Oh, with french fries. I'm probably not gonna eat the fries, but club sandwich on sourdough with fries. So this is gonna be my lunch or dinner tomorrow. So 3 meals. If you want these fries, hit me up. I'll give them to you. I don't eat french fries anymore, unfortunately, but this is the food I got. So y'all, with that being said, I'm about to go in on this food. This has truly been one of the most perfect layovers of all time. I just found, it's wild, I just went to get some more water for my water bottle so that I could have some water in the morning. And I know they have a water fountain down below this floor. That's where I filled it up the first time. They don't have a water station in the gym, but I was like, let me go around the corner to check to see where the ice machine is for the morning when I need to get ice for my lunch bag. And they have this like coffee station. You can get water, you can get sparkling water, you can get hot water. So I'll show y'all in the morning, but I also got some tea for the morning, a tea bag. So your girl, it's just blessings on blessings on blessings today. I am so freaking happy. Like, it was like the fanciest thing I've ever seen. So she's going to be hydrated in the morning. Very important, especially for tomorrow, which, like I said, we have a long day. We have 3 flights again tomorrow and I have to commute. So with that being said, like I said, today was perfect. I got to hang out with my crew, get some bomb ass breakfast. My crew is just awesome. And I got to rest. I took a nap. I got to get a really good workout in. And I have 1 mile in the bag for 2023. So we're off to an amazing start. And on that high note, I'm going to wind down. I've pretty much got everything situated for the morning. But I have to wake up at like 3:45. So I'm going to go to bed, try to be in bed by 9-ish. And I will see y'all in the morning. Good night. Good morning, everybody. It is go home day. It's 4:47 a.m. Been up for about an hour and I've had some tea and I can't really eat anything this early, but I'm just getting ready to go to work. So today is a long day. It's about an 11-hour day and we have 3 back-to-back flights with no breaks in between. So the first flight that I'm getting ready to go to is we're going from where we at? Vermont to Newark, and then we're going from Newark to somewhere else and then somewhere else. Oh, Newark to Orlando and then Orlando back to Dulles. So that's the day. We're gonna get this thing going. Like I said, I've got my food from yesterday, so I should be good today. We do get crew meals today, but we only get 1 crew meal per day. So it's just so important to look out for yourself and not depend on, crew meals to sustain you throughout the day. Otherwise, you just won't get enough food to eat. So yeah, should be a good day. We're gonna speak positivity over the day. Let me show y'all this awesome water situation / ice situation that I stumbled upon last night. So this is what I found last night. So there's a whole coffee station here. This hotel is honestly bomb. And when I see a Vermont layover, I'm gonna pick it up every single time. But there's this coffee machine. So, oh no. Uh-oh. Did not mean to do that. Let me just put this stuff right here. And look, there's water. You can even get sparkling water or still water. You can get coffee, tea. So it's lit. I'm gonna fill up my water bottle. I also found ice. So instead of having an ice machine, they have ice in bags. So I'm gonna get some ice. So here we are, about to go to Newark. This flight is super short. It's less than 300 miles, so they don't really have to do a service in the back. In the front, we're just gonna do drinks, and that's it. About an hour flight probably, and then we will be in Newark. So see you later. Okay, so we are on flight number 2 out of 3. I only have like 15 minutes before the next flight, so I'm gonna try to eat real quick my salmon poke burrito that I showed you yesterday. This flight's our longest flight of the day. It's about 3 hours. We have a full meal service up front, and they have a full service in the back. On the last flight, we didn't have time to do anything, except up front we serve drinks, but yeah, that's the deal for right now. We were a little delayed, so I hate that I don't have as much time as I would like to eat. It's nuts. So anywho, I will catch y'all at the end of our next flight. Y'all, this trip, the theme of this trip has been free food for me. I have spent almost no money on food on a 4-day trip. I just keep getting free food. I am so happy with the way that this new year is starting out. Cheers. It's hot. Captain got us some coffee, and I'm so happy. This is right on time because I was just about ready to fall asleep. 2 hours is they're catering. 2 hours is a little bit tricky to do a full meal service, but we did it. We had breakfast up front. We had like waffles and a frittata, and now our flight is under 2 hours, so we don't have a meal service, but we just do drinks and snacks up in first class, I think, and then we're home. So full flights all the way around. I ask y'all this every single video: where are y'all going? No one ever answers that question. Where are y'all going? The airports are still full, flights are still full, this one's packed to the gills, and it's January 3rd. So I need for someone to answer the questions down in the comment section below. I'm going to let my coffee cool down a little bit, enjoy my 10 minutes of solitude, and I will see y'all when we get back to DC. Let me tell y'all how good God is right now. So first of all, I got on the flight. Well, I didn't even tell y'all. So I was trying to get on a flight at 5:48 p.m. from DC to Charlotte, and it was oversold, and it didn't look like I was gonna get on at all, and I got on. That's number one. Number two, I forgot my jacket. So my pink jacket, I must have left it in the terminal, but y'all, it is so warm right now. It's like 65 degrees, so I'm not even like shivering or just freezing my behind off. So I am so happy right now. I'm home after 4 days. She's blessed. And there you have it. Thank y'all so much for getting to the end of the video. I know I talked a lot about being the lead or the purser during a trip, and different in every airline, but in general, it really is the easiest job on the aircraft as long as nothing goes wrong. Now, if things start to go south, which they tend to do from time to time, then things get a little bit more challenging. There are a couple things that happened that I didn't tell y'all about. A couple customer issues, bag issues, delays, which luckily the delay was in Newark, so I know about Newark's airport, and I was able to make some announcements and help people to get where they needed to go as quickly as possible. One of the worst things, in my opinion, that can really happen is medical emergency. Now, it's not a matter of if a medical emergency is going to happen, it's just a matter of when. It will happen. If you have this job for any amount of time, it's going to happen. It's happened to me in 8 years. Probably, I don't want to speak anything because 2023 is going to be totally smooth and perfect, smooth sailing, but twice a year at least, every year there's a medical emergency. My biggest advice to you would be to know where the oxygen is and know how to use it. Okay, that's the number one thing that I've had to use. Oxygen, know where it is. Just know how to use the oxygen, know how to help people put on their oxygen mask. Most medical emergencies are pretty minor, and during the more severe ones, you definitely have your crew to lean on. A lot of flight attendants have medical backgrounds, and like I said, we have tools and resources to look things up when we need help on what to do. So anyways, that's that. In all situations, in all challenges, you always lean on your crew members. Everybody brings their own experiences and their own expertise to the crew, and it always works out every single time, especially when you have a ton of flight attendants, like on an international trip. Everybody's just got, the more flight attendants you have, the more experience you have, the more hands on deck that you have, and the more heads you can put together, the better. So nothing to worry about. Everything that happened on this trip was just totally solvable and no big deal. So that's that. This trip was one of the smoothest trips I've had in a long periodically time. Y'all saw me just go through absolute chaos and commotion on the last trip. My next flight back to Dulles is canceled. This one, things went pretty much smooth other than, like I said, that minor delay. So I'm happy to have a break. I know y'all probably wanted drama for the vlog, but I needed a break from that, okay? Shout out to my crew, and I'm happy to have started 2023 in this way. So with that being said, if you made it to the end of the video, if you enjoyed it, you already know exactly what to do, okay? So just do it, okay? Just do it. I'm not gonna say what it is because you know what to do. Okay, we've been doing this for a long time, so just do it. And y'all take good care of yourselves, and I will see y'all very soon with another video. Bye.